Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Hello guys, welcome back. Still giving you full update on what is going on in the High Court in Abuja. It has to do with the case of NnamdiKanu. Finally, the case has come to an end, call it conclusion, but this time around, judgment has not fully been given. But Justice Omotosho has declared NnamdiKanu guilty of all counts, holding that NnamdiKanu is an international terrorist. And he has further cited evidences of Kanu's workers. But now they are going to pass the judgment. But interestingly, he had given an opportunity, though Kanu is not on ground, but he has given an opportunity for Alucutos. I'm going to explain that after all of this. But you're going to listen to the man who stood up to talk on his behalf. He was supposed to be a Jimako, but the barrister Jimako said he was not fully dressed and he's not also a legal representative of NnamdiKanu. So the man representing Abia State stood up gallantly to speak on behalf of NnamdiKanu, talking about Senator Obi Aguocha. Let's listen to him. I will be back to talk more.
There is no doubt that the convict has waived his right to be present through his unruly attitude, the habitual unruly attitude to be in court when the judgment was read. But we must still give him opportunity to hear one or two things from him, but not personal through his person. Since his consultant is here and the offense has to do with death sentence, I will call his consultant that was his lawyer before he converted him to consultant, if he has any allocutos to make on his behalf. Mr. Jimako, do you have any allocutos to make on his behalf?
My Lord, being an officer in this temple of justice and not being properly dressed and not being his counsel or record, I will yield this very task to Honorable Obina Aguocha, who is better qualified than me being the member of House of Representatives who represents NnamdiKanu.
It's okay. Honorable, let me have your full name and restrict yourself to Alucutos. Alucutos is what will mitigate the sentence. He's our brother. Let us hear you. You tell us your name. We can't, because of your ruling behavior, deprive him of Alucutos. Can I hear from you?
Thank you, my Lord. My name is Right Honorable Obi Aguocha. I represent the good people of Iguana, Umahia North and Umahia South Federal Constituency in the 10th National Assembly. My Lord, I am the direct representative of NnamdiKanu. That's why you see me here almost every time, showing presence and also showing solidarity with him. The matter has come to a closure for now. I'm not his lawyer. I wouldn't know whether they will seek. He's my brother. He's my friend. I went to school with him. We attended primary and secondary school together, though he was my junior. But it is my responsibility and obligation as a member of the National Assembly to represent him as well. The Lord, I plead for mercy, I plead for clemency, and I appeal for peace and for stability of not just the Southeast, but as well as Nigeria. Like the prosecutor said, Nigeria is bleeding over the last few days, and we must bring some of these issues to bear and to understand how to find common solutions to our common problem of terrorism. I also wish to appeal to the prosecution team that it is being done to NnamdiKanu. The other people out there also doing more worse than him.
Please,
sorry, sir.
I asked for Alucuto.
Yes, sir.
Please, don't.
So, I apologize, sir. So, I want the court to take judicial notice of that this trial has gone on for almost 10 years. NnamdiKanu is almost 56 or 57 years old now. He has been absent in his family life, his children, his community, his family. So I plead for the Lord to show mercy, to temper justice with mercy. And as we move forward, it shall be great for our country. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm a friend of the court. I will come from the other side of the government. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to address the court. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I will consider all this, and I will rise and come back by 10 minutes to 4.
All right, welcome back. Now, Alucutos, for some of us, though the judge tried to explain it to all on sundry, but Alucutos in law, allocution or Alucutos, is a formal procedure in which a conviction or a convicted defendant is given the opportunity to make an unsworn statement to the court before the judge imposes a sentence. Sometimes during that period, he can plead for leniency on the part of the judge that's asking for mercy and to help mitigate whatever sentencing that was supposed to be held against him. And also he's given that right to allow the judge to consider the individual circumstance of the case and defendant's personal background. Now, if you listen to Senator Aguocha, he drew up a very strong position for NnamdiKanu, and one of it was that for the past 10 years he has not really been with his family, and he's of age. 57 years, that's which means for since 47 he has not really been with his family, he has not really been with the people of Aruco, he has not really been with Abia State people, and he's seeking for clemency, so that at the end of the day, at least whatever sentencing that will be carried out, it shouldn't be a death sentence, but should be something that at the end of the day, he will be able to, after many years, get back to his people. But though I must say that the prosecution demands, it's looking at the other side of this whole thing. I'm talking about the man who is representing Awomolo, and he has pushed for a death sentence, emphasizing the gravity of the offense. And interestingly, he also pointed out the need for safety for NnamdiKanu, and also to make sure that none of his rights is being breached, but whatever that is done, because they were talking about the issue of giving him an opportunity to hold phone and all of that may escalate a lot of things. But the place of safety was of utmost importance to the prosecution counsel. And he was very clear when it comes to that. He said he shouldn't be given an opportunity, in Kuje prison, because Kuje oftentimes we've been hearing prison break and all of that. So the prosecuting counsel said he should be given a most safe place until the execution of the sentence that will be passed on him. Now, I don't know what this is, but I believe that even with the few hours that the judge, talking about Justice James Omotosho, is demanding for himself, maybe to go and write down his sentence and all of that. A lot of things must be taken into consideration, because that is strictly within his bounds. And one of it is that the security situation in Nigeria is getting worse day after day. But right now, there's a lot of calmness in southeastern part of Nigeria. I'm not saying this because we want to tolerate anything, but so much peace is there, in the southeastern part of Nigeria. But in the northern part, it's really intense. If any sentencing is given and it's not in his favor, what about the peace of the southeast? Don't forget that this man we're talking about, I'm not trying to preempt the sentencing, but I'm just trying to say this man is one person that has secured the support and the love of his people. The people love him real good. So a situation whereby, things are done anyhow, we can't tell what the situation will be if we will start seeing emergence of serious security crisis in the northern part, in the southeastern part of Nigerians. Now, a lot of people have spoken. IPOB spokesperson has decried the verdict as state orchestrated injustice built on fabricated evidence, vying continued agitation for his release and Biafra's self-determination. And Kanu reportedly told the court, convicting me would be unlawful. There is no charge against me. But, this guy, and that's the justice himself, his lordship, he tried to point out a lot of things. I don't know if the case is going to be appealed, but be that as it may, I think we're still waiting for the sentencing. But from all indication, we must be truthful at this point. It's not going to be in favor of NnamdiKanu, but let's be hopeful that everything will go well. That's what we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in the conversation and talk more on this. Thank you very much, and stay tuned.